Good morning, visionaries and pioneers of the AI Super Campus. The AI Super Campus delivers ChatGPT networking for men, for women, and for cross-group networking too. This is Mike Hayes, your guide, the Dean of the AI Super Campus, and your fellow explorer on this exciting journey of ChatGPT networking, podcast listening, and AI-powered learning. Today, I want to share with you something truly special, an invitation to set the course of your life in a brand new way. First, I really want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to all of the brilliant minds who have helped develop ChatGPT for networking. Your dedication and innovation have made it possible for all of us to connect, learn, and grow in ways we never even imagined. And on this monumental day, my birthday, February 14th, there is no greater gift than being able to share this journey with you. Imagine a place where wisdom meets innovation, where deep connections fuel personal growth, and where your network expands beyond what you ever thought was possible. This is not just another book club. No, my friends, this is the dawn of something greater. The Men's Course Club and the Women's Course Club, two transformative groups designed for men and women of all ages to harness the power of ChatGPT networking as their daily guide. We're talking about setting the course of your life through insightful discussions, real-time learning, and AI-powered check-ins that keep you connected, accountable, and always growing. This isn't just theory. This is action. Practical steps to integrate AI into your life, ensuring you stay engaged, informed, and successful. And for the brilliant women of our community, I'm honored to co-lead the Women's Course Club alongside my wife Nancy and the wise women of the Great Discovery, masters of the learner-teacher mindset. Together, we will empower each other to think bigger and grow richer and build a future where AI serves us, not the other way around. But here's the real magic. We're not just working in silos. We're cross-group networking, bringing together men and women, young and seasoned, local and global minds, all in sharing one mission: to network locally, learn AI globally, and grow richer in every sense of the word, intellectually, emotionally, and financially. So whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, a dreamer, or simply someone who wants to maximize their potential, this is your call to action. Join us at the top of the AI Super Campus, where knowledge meets opportunity, where learning becomes wealth, and where your network truly becomes your net worth. Subscribe now. Be part of the movement. Grow rich in wisdom, connections, and AI-powered success. This is Mike Hayes signing off, reminding you, think big, grow rich, and let AI help you navigate the future.
That's awesome.
Not bad for a morning's work, huh?
Yeah, I love your wordsmithing there. It's outstanding.
Yeah. And you know, that's what I have learned about daily checking in and following up with ChatGPT every day. And it's remembering a lot. And it really brings everything kind of together. But
Absolutely.
I'm really excited. Oh, Brian, you sent me some really cool things. This is where I love being a student or a learner teacher, okay? And the fusion of being a learner teacher. So let me give Ron some props here out to YouTube. Uh, that I sent him some stuff. This is where we are both learner teachers, and it's just amazing. So he introduced me to a couple of things, and I wrote him back saying, Ron, this is great. Thanks. I can't wait to learn more about the things you shared with me. And this is what we all have to do, I think, is put on two hats, the fusion of being a learner and a teacher. So Ron taught me, I'm now his student. So Ron, tell me about the things that you sent me this morning. I thought they were really cool, and I want to share those with the audience.
Oh, thank you, Mike. I'm always eager to learn, especially with AI. And so, you talked about using a teleprompter, right? So you don't have to think and talk at the same time. You can have the words right in front of you. And so I asked ChatGPT to create that teleprompter script, like you mentioned, and it did. And then I said, I just searched, I said, okay, is there a free teleprompter? And it said yes. And here are these three different options. And let's say we're on a Zoom call here, and one links with Zoom, and I can have the teleprompter display the script at the top of the screen right under the camera. And you can control you can so you can type in the script, and then it scrolls through it like a regular teleprompter in a studio, and you can control the speed of the scrolling depending on how fast you talk. And then I forget what was the other.
It was the extension in Google. But before we go to that, if we may, let's stay on that one topic for a second. Because what I want to do is two things. I want to explain one of the reasons that I really want to see it is for this reason that for me, the key to really getting the most out of ChatGPT networking is taking the strength of ChatGPT and its ability to output content for us, but also with screen capture technology. And that could be audio or video, or what I call audio videos, like the one you just saw, what I would call an audio video, where I'm not on camera. I don't have to be, I don't want to be a lot of times. But there's two screen capture video. Well, there's multiple ones, but there's two I like. I think you can work with Zoom. That's okay. But I think there are better ones like Snagit is, I think, $20 for a whole year. And then Camtasia, the one I use, is coming out with a free screen capture version in the first quarter of this year. So that could be this month or next month, and I'll be tracking that. It's totally free. It's online to screen capture. So what I see, Ron, is using that teleprompter across the top, not only for you to read, but for the audience to see, like a news feed, coming right across
Yeah.
the top. So that way you're using it if you want to be on camera or showing something, and they're seeing it to help really sink in and learn deeper. So I can't wait to see that, what you come up with. So that's that on the teleprompter. A few people are calling me because it is my birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday. I
birthday to
didn't know
me.
that.
So
Happy birthday.
thank you. Thank you. Always been fun to be a Valentine's Day baby. And my line is that's why I'm so sweet. But anyway, uh okay, so let's go on. Any questions about my thinking about your teleprompter discovery?
No, I thought it was a great idea because normally I can pretty much talk off the top of my head, but in some cases, I want to be more explicit and more succinct. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think you have more
More
impact.
professional.
I think it has more impact than if you're just kind of rambling. A lot of people just ramble. It doesn't make you special, but when you are really on point and really delivering, I think that's important. So good job on that.
Thank you.
And then the other one, Ron, is you said that Google now has apparently an extension where you can access ChatGPT directly in Google. Is that what you have found?
Well, you were talking about talking to ChatGPT, and so I thought you meant actually talking. And so I looked it up, I asked ChatGPT about that. And so there's a Chrome extension where you can turn on a mic in ChatGPT and just talk, and it'll transcribe it, and also it'll read back audio with the answer. So let's say if somebody has different disabilities, it's an awesome feature because they don't have to type to communicate with ChatGPT, and they can just listen to the verbal response, and it's totally free. It's a Chrome extension.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see it for a couple of reasons. One, when I said talk to ChatGPT, I did mean it because on my MacBook Pro, I have a button on the very lower left side, and it's just marked FN. I don't even know what it means. But when I click that, I actually do speak into ChatGPT. So I open up ChatGPT, I open up the form button, and then I click on it and start just rambling. And I want to make the point to the audience, folks, that AI turns our wasted time into productive time. So what I mean is that when you're really, really tired and you really don't feel social, or you just pooped, too pooped to participate, as they say. But you're just tired. You can go into ChatGPT and just do the best you can. If it's not very articulate, it'll make it articulate. If it's not energized, it'll make it energized. So I get so much, I look at ChatGPT like an energy drink, and with the things that Ron is saying, think about that. Okay, so what we're doing is we're networking, we're sharing ideas with each other in ChatGPT networking. We're talking about using your energy and putting whatever level it is, ChatGPT will take it up to the top. And then utilizing the tools that Ron talked about with the teleprompter and now this new Chrome extension that we're just learning about, thanks to Ron, to be able to make the most of your day every day, however you want to work. Now, I had the slide with the speaking wave underneath it because I'm promoting podcast listening, and I want it to look like that's my almost logo, is those moving waves for podcast listening. And but you could just use the still slide. You don't have to get fancy. I'm a broadcaster, so for me this stuff is easy, but you don't have to do it. But the other thing I love is to talk about what Ron did that I want to share, that was absolutely brilliant, and really putting these things to work, how we're helping each other actually put them to work. So Ron, maybe if you'll share a little bit about, I'll set up the story that we've been talking about podcast listening and how much it frees us up. Okay, to take your phone out for a walk, put on your headset, and listen to something new to make the best use of your time and to get exercise. Okay, instead of be stucking on synchronized Zoom meetings, you can do asynchronous meetings with podcast listening on the go. So Ron is out there listening to podcast listening, and he decides to do a video for, I think it was LinkedIn. I'll let Ron talk about it. And right on the trail stops and goes, "Hey, everybody, this is Ron Hori, and I want to tell you about my friend Mike Hayes and doing, podcast listening. What a cool idea that is, and join us." And then that link took people to the podcast listening where I introduced Ron. So it's really a win-win situation. So tell folks a little bit about that, Ron, and what you did and where you posted that little handheld video that you did.
Sure. Well, I actually posted it on Facebook and also on LinkedIn because I see that on LinkedIn there are more and more people that are doing shorts, video shorts. And excuse me, first thing I do when I wake up is I go outside and I take a walk. Want to get sunshine in my eyes and just move my body because I heard that, one of the best things you can do first thing in the morning is just move your body. And I do a workout, but I just want to get outside and walk. And Mike, when you introduced this idea of podcast listening, and I thought it's a great phrase. You're always a wordsmith and you're on the leading edge of creativity. And so people who are not aware of what podcast listening is, it's it's a it's being able to listen to a podcast. It's recorded on YouTube, but there's no video. So you don't have the distraction of video, but so I thought, okay, well, as I'm going out walking, I'll make this short video. It was just handheld on my phone. And I said, hey, this is Ron Hori. I'm out here walking, and I want to introduce this concept that my good friend Mike Hayes invented, and it's called podcast listening. And when you're out walking, taking a break, you can actually listen to content at the same time. So you can turn your walking into not only physical activity, but also mental activity. And so it leverages your time. So, Mike, I thought that concept is brilliant.
Let's see, what was I going to say? I had so many thoughts running through my mind as you were talking. I think it's just a great use of time. It's a great use of energy. I'm going to do more handheld. Oh, I know what I was going to say is Ron didn't even mention FinFit Life during that little talk. So I'm going to mention it, okay? Because that's what I want to do is I want us to all be able to come together and get the most out of for our health. I work with a health group called Well Wave Now, Yeah, I love these guys. And that's one of the things I really want to concentrate on is that what I realized is I'm married. I've been married almost 50 years. I absolutely love my wife, but I'm not an empowered woman. She is. She went to Cal. She's super smart. And there's a lot of really genius women in the Great Discovery where I host my courses. And they came up with the idea of having a course club like a book club. And I love that idea. But then I also thought, like you said, I am a wordsmith, probably because I'm Irish, and the Irish they love words. So I thought, wow, I would love to create a men's course club. And thinking about my boys and how much I enjoy them, they're going through their courses of their lives, and they're living in the real world, and they have struggles and ups and downs and ins and outs. And I love the fact we're gathering today for my birthday. They're coming over, and my wife said, "Well, what do I want?" And my favorite meal is chili. Okay, I was raised on chili, and so we're having the grandkids over. We're gonna have chili and chili cheese dogs for
That's
dinner.
great.
That's what I want. So simple. I like keeping things simple, but I don't mean to digress, but it's kind of like part of life, right, Ron? And just sharing things with each other. And that's what I hope the men's club is. The men's course club is to set the course for our lives. That's what I want to be. I want to be on the right course that I can stay on and be on and live on and enjoy. And it covers all the different parts of my life, no matter what it is. And with podcast listening, I want to introduce other great podcasts that I listen to. I listen to Mel Robbins, who is pretty wild, crazy. I think you've heard
Yes,
her,
yes.
right? I love her for her. I love characters. I love people who are just characters. I enjoy him so much. I think they're so much fun. They're so interesting. And she's a character, but she's also one of the top podcasters in the world. So what can we all learn from what Mel Robbins does? And one of the keys in podcast listening I've learned from her is she always focuses on something that is important to somebody that you might know and says, this is important. So share this. Share this with somebody that you think might need this. And that is a real key to think about is getting people to share a podcast that might really help them. And what a solid that is, a solid favor, to a fellow networker to share a podcast about something that you think will do them some good because you're thinking about them, you're checking in, you're following up. So anyway, I've been going on for a while, Ron. So let's talk a little bit about those guys behind you in FinFit Life and how people can benefit because FinFit Life delivers. And that's what I love is people who deliver results. So talk a little bit about that, if you will, and kind of tie it all together. And you can even read the teleprompter that you generated, Ron, or use it as notes. So let's put that into practice.
Sure. Well, I have this. I didn't use the online teleprompter, but I have a script in front of me. So what I would say, so I want to at least prepare. You said, here's the homework. So as the professor, I want to respect, your request. So I would say, oh, hi, ChatGPT. My name is Ron Hori. I'm with a company called FinFit Life, and I participate as a contributor on a podcast with Mike Hayes, and it's called Podcast Listening. So people can go out and walk and listen. But and Mike is amazing because he has over 40 years experience in broadcasting and direct response marketing. But with FinFit Life, we have a global movement and we literally call it a movement. It's not a cause, it's not a mission. And the reason I have that photo behind me, and I'll show it. So this is a 7 a.m. finishing a workout in a hotel ballroom in Chicago after a conference on Friday and Saturday. The gentleman in the blue shirt, he's the president of our company. So FinFit Life stands for financial fitness, physical fitness, and lifestyle. So the purpose of the photo is we live what we teach. So we want people to be financially fit, physically fit, and have a lifestyle to enjoy both. Because if you have all the wealth in the world, but your health is suffering, you have nothing. And if you're totally buff and physically fit, but you're living paycheck to paycheck, you have no fun. And those are words from our president, Bill Pinus. And so we want to gamify the whole idea of exercise. It's not a chore. So people get rewards, Starbucks rewards. They can get an Apple Watch for $30. And also, one of the key things is, and we have financial products to help people be financially fit. But one of the most remarkable rewards that we have available is a multi-cancer early detection test. It's a simple blood test based on science, and it can detect 50 cancers as early as stage one or stage zero. And we have several people that took a test, found that they had cancer. One gentleman was 70, in fact, the co-founder of FinFit Life, he's 70 years old, totally fit, works out a lot. He actually participates in national pickleball championships. So you can imagine that. He said, "Oh, I think I'll take the test." And he expected, a negative result. But lo and behold, it went positive. And the short story was he detected a throat cancer at stage one. So that test literally saved his life because if he had not taken the test and the 6 months goes by, a year goes by, another year goes by, it could have increased to stage three or stage four. And one of the reasons, people pass away from cancer is it's detected at a late stage. And so, we want to really let people know that there are tests like that that people can have access to. And part of it's provided by John Hancock Life Insurance Company. And one of our taglines is, have you ever heard of a life insurance company that saves lives? And I get chills just talking about it because, these several cases of people literally saving their life by this early detection. But the short story is we have a global movement to help people, not only in the US, we're expanding in Puerto Rico, Canada, into Asia this year. And we're partnering with a global company called Vitality in South Africa. And they love our movement, our health movement. And Vitality is in 42 countries around the world. And we are going to partner with them and go to every country that they have business in and spread our movement to literally change and improve people's lives around the world. So I went a little bit longer than I intended, but
Well, that's okay. Now we hope that people are out podcast listening and walking. Ron and I both, that's our wish, is that if you're hearing this for the first time, I hope it's the last time that you're hearing it sitting at your computer or wherever you are. I hope you will start to prepare to go out for your daily walk like Ron does. And I want to tell a quick story about FinFit Life being the insurance where you don't have to die to benefit. Now, what happened was I was running my ad agency in 2010, very successful. Life is going along great. Suddenly, out of the blue, I developed a movement disorder called cervical dystonia, spasmodic torticollis, and it was severe. It was a movement disorder where it was very difficult to walk. I lost a lot in my life. I lost my agency. I did not lose my house, thank goodness. Thanks to the hard work of my wife and friends to help me. You need a little help from your friends. But I ended up in a chair for about a year, unable to walk or move, and that just came out of the blue. Now, had I had FinFit Life, there's benefits that you can get from FinFit Life if you get sick. Am I right, Brian?
oh, absolutely.
So, you never know what's going to happen. And so it's just smart to be prepared. And that's part of what we're here to do is talk about your health, your neurology, because this was a neurological condition. I have electrodes planted in my brain. I have a battery in my chest today that I have to charge every single day. And I have electricity running through my brain every single day. So I'm very tuned into the neurology of the brain, and I had to learn to talk again and walk again, and it was quite an undertaking. But I didn't have, an insurance company like FinFit Life that could have helped me in some ways get through it. I luckily had my friends and family. So just a tip to be prepared because that's what we want to do is we want to help you take the course of your life that will really be like navigating the course that you take. And, as a young man or an older man, a young woman or an old or more mature woman. Don't use the word old around any of us, just mature. And about cross group networking so that we all learn from each other and we all share from each other. So I think that's about it for me, Ron. Any final thoughts? And I will be posting this on YouTube and on with links to courses on the AI Super Campus, all about podcast listening, because my slogan now is the AI Super Campus delivers ChatGPT networking and podcast listening. So go to the AISupercampus.com. You'll see the short video that I played here today at the top with links to the YouTube channel where I will be posting this with Ron. So, Ron, I hope after this, your homework, should you decide to accept it, is to send me anything you learned about the teleprompter and also about the Chrome extension, because I think we should all be excited about learning that. So I'm going to give Ron the last word and let him wrap it up and take it away, Ron.
Yes, thank you, Mike. Actually, I do have a couple of comments. One, I know you had medical issues, but I didn't know how severe they were. So, thank you for sharing that. It's a very emotional story. But the point I want to make is that we are real people going through life with all of its ups and downs. And so we want to be very transparent about sharing not only our successes, but also our challenges, whatever they are. And for men and women of all ages, whether it's Gen Z or mature people, we are wanting to share our experiences to benefit everyone else. Like you said with Mel Robbins, if here's an idea, share it with somebody who can benefit. And I think when it comes to medical issues, some people, don't want to necessarily share it. It's very personal and very private. So thank you for sharing your experience. And, it touches me very closely because we've had medical issues in my family with my mother and my father before they passed away. So the point I want to make is, we are here to learn and share on all levels, not just intellectual, but also personal and business. So we are very real, and whatever people are going through, whether it's business challenges, personal challenges, financial challenges, we are here to share and support people. So just wanted to add those comments as we close.
Thank you, Ron. Yeah, if you have something that you would like to learn, something that you would like to share, and you have that or want to master that learner teacher mindset, please join us at AI Super Campus. Ron and I are here at 8 a.m. every Friday morning. That's Pacific time. Join us. We want to listen to you. We want to learn from you. And I'm just now launching the AI Super Campus and the new version of, I used to put on big networking events called cross group networking. Now it is cross group networking, cross group chat GPT networking, because we want to stay current and help you stay current as well. So check out the AI Super Campus and learn more about podcast listening and Ron Hori and what Ron and follow Ron on Facebook and on LinkedIn. So we'll have to put your LinkedIn um, link into the notes of the meeting, Ron, to get people to follow you, because he's definitely worth following on LinkedIn and on Facebook. So as always, my friend, thanks for teaching me today. I learned a lot and I always appreciate you.
Thank you, Mike. Happy birthday. Hope you have a nice celebration and enjoy your chili.
I'm excited. Looking forward to seeing those kids tonight. So talk to you soon, Ron. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.